You have a request. I want to hear it, Linda.
Just a sore back, way too much gardening.
Okay, a little stiff and sore, yeah.
So if I'm not to be up with you, that's why.
That's okay. Take your time. Yeah, that gardening does it to you. Yeah.
Up, down, up, down,
Mhm.
down, up, down. Because I have not been doing enough of it. I'm surprised that it was sore.
Were you picking weeds or planting or?
The thing that I did cause it was, I have three big orchids that had to be separated. And so we up, down, carrying the pot.
Carrying the pot. Yeah.
So, yeah, so I have
Yeah,
over 40 new orchids. They really did.
that's amazing. 40 orchids.
Yeah, so after 40 times that up, down.
Yeah, the-
filling the pot.
Right, and the load of carrying a pot. Yeah. Anything like that. Well, let's start lying down. Lie down on your back today.
Yeah.
Stretch your arms overhead, stretch out through your legs, just little movement side to side. Take this reclined crescent moon shape. So take your left foot and slide it left, and then bring the right foot either to touch or to cross on top of the left. And then with the shoulders, they can stay as they are if you're feeling a stretch already. If you want more, you can just gently scoot your shoulders to the left. And then, whatever you want to do with your arms. I often like my left arm down or hold my right wrist. Just try to relax into this shape of opening along the right side of the body. Don't want to feel too much compression on the left, just this gentle, just stretch of the tissues along that whole right side. Some slow, gentle breaths. Three or four more breaths just on this side, letting time kind of help to create that stretch and opening. And you'll gently release that, bringing the body back to the center line. And as you're ready, you'll try moving to the other side. So bring your right foot, slide it right, bring the left foot to touch or cross. You can scoot the shoulders to the right, maybe an inch or two, and right arm can reach down towards the right ankle, towards the foot, or you can hold the left wrist with the right hand. Let your breath comb through any tight or rough areas. Slowly come on back to center. You can stretch the arms overhead, stretch out to the legs one more time. And then gently draw the right knee up into your chest. You can hold it either in front of the shin or behind the hamstring and do a few rotations of the foot. So rotating the ankle and the other direction. Just relax the foot, draw the knee in a little closer to the chest and move it right to left several times. Opening the right knee out to the right now, holding it in the right hand only. Move that left hip down, opening up that right hip, inner thigh. Bring it back to center, and then you'll catch the foot, the sole of the right foot, with one or both hands and take a half happy baby. So you just bend the knee. Yes, and if you can't reach the foot, you can hold the shin. Good, Linda. So bend the knee like you're in a lunge, but on your back. One more breath here. Good job. And then draw the knee into the chest, give it a gentle squeeze, a little rock side to side, and then we'll switch legs. So extend the right leg long on the floor, draw the left knee in, hold it wherever you want, and rotate the foot in some circles. You're welcome to do both feet at the same time if you like. Switch directions. Notice any crunchy areas. And then relax the foot or ankle, draw the knee in a little closer, move it side to side. A little massage with the hip flexors, front of the thigh. And then hold the left knee in the left hand, open it to the left, opening up the inner thigh, keeping that right hip and heel glued down to the ground. Just again, focusing on your breath, keeping the breath smooth and flowing. Bring it back to center, catch the foot in one or both hands for half happy baby, foot towards the ceiling, like you're standing on the ceiling, bending the knee towards the armpit. Just feeling into that stretch. Gently bend the knee, draw it into the chest. One more time, a little movement side to side. And then bring both knees into your chest and give them a hug. And then holding a knee in each hand, you'll take the knees in a circle in the same direction, just circling around on the sacrum, that lower part of the spine. And then circle the other direction. On a squeaky board. Bring it back to center. Open your arms out wide like a T shape. Let your knees fall to the left. So they're going to go together to the floor to the left. If you'd like to hold on to the right knee or thigh with the left hand, you can do that to deepen the sensation, but you don't have to. And if it's too much with the knees at hip height, you can take them back a little bit. You just play with where feels best in your body. On your next inhale, come on back up to center. Then you'll take the knees to the other side, to the right. Relaxing the left shoulder down. Hold the thigh. It's so funny. He walks by every day. He was, and he moved. Walks by with his music a few times a day. Take a couple more breaths on this side. And then slowly come back up to center, catch a knee in each hand again, and we'll do one more circles, but these are frog circles. So now the knees go away from each other, and like you're circling in opposite directions. Good, and then do 4 in the other direction. Draw the knee into the chest, give a squeeze. And you'll make your way up to sitting. So you can rock front to back or to a comfortable side. Come forward onto your hands and knees. I'm going to put my hair up real quick. Hold on. Crazy hair. Okay, so coming onto hands and knees and spreading your fingers and pressing down into the tops of the shins. I know it's a hair fixing moment. Good, and then we'll come into the thoracic area. So you're gonna sink into the shoulder blades, keeping the arms nice and straight, and then punch up between the shoulder blades, arching that upper back. So sink it down, softening, shoulder blades collapse together, and then lift up, doming the space between the shoulder blades, and they separate apart. So sink the chest, shoulder blades draw together onto the back, and then press and lift up, and they go the opposite direction. One more time, just like that, sink and lift. And then come down to neutral and slide the right arm behind the left wrist to a thread the needle. Breathing into that space in the upper middle back, space behind the right shoulder. Come on up, bringing the right hand down. We'll switch sides, slide the left arm under, just moving to the other side, coming down to the side of the head and shoulder. Bless you. Press into the right hand and come all the way up into tabletop, hands and knees. And then we'll draw a circle. The right knee will go into the chest, around and back to center. So 4 circles with that right knee in this one direction. Just exploring kind of a range of motion in the hip. And then after 4, set the right knee down, and we'll switch sides. Left leg go in, and around. 1, big circles. 2, 3, 4, bring it back down. Now we're going to do the right leg again, but it's going to go the opposite way. So it goes back and up and then around and in for 4. Back and up, round and in. 3, 2, and 1. And then other side, it goes back and up first, then around, or the opposite of the way it went last time. 3, nice and slow. 2, try to get that full range. And 1, good work. And then we'll sit back into child's pose. Big toes touch, press the hips to the heels, arms of your choice. So palms can be up or down, or even bent elbows, stretching the triceps. The hands to the mat if they aren't there. Come on up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, lift up to downward facing dog. Nice, man. And pedal the legs. Go ahead and walk your feet forward on your mat, coming into ragdoll forward folds. You can hold the elbows. Drop your head, maybe add a small sway from side to side. They release the hands to the floor and then bring the hands to the hips. You can have the feet together or stay at hip width with the elbows to the sky, rise up to stand. Good work. Take a big breath in, reach up high, bring your hands down to your heart. And then keep the palms together. Slide the hands a little lower and then take the arms to the right, opening through the wrists. Back to center to the other side, just pressing the heels of the hands together. And back to center, bring the backs of the thumb and index finger to touch, and then roll out the backs of the hands. So go this way, Linda, back of your hands, yes. Point towards you, and then up, yes. Point down and forward. How's that feel? And if you want to do a full circle. Yeah, do that, whatever feels good. And then interlace the hands, take them forward and then upwards. And then release the fingers and big circle back. Good, and then bring the arms forward, palms face each other. And with the right hand, you're gonna pull back and open it up. And then bring it up and over, all the way back to center. So left arm goes back and open, and then all the way up and around. Good, and again, right arm pulls back, you open a little twist, and then up and over. And then left arm, pull, open, big reach. One more time, each side. Do it back around to the front. Now turn the palms up, take them up, bend the elbows cactus, pull the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, and then arms down, and shoulder shrugs, shake it out. And then you'll walk up to the front of your mat. If you aren't there already, standing in mountain pose. Spread your toes out on the floor, get intentional and rooting and grounding through the four corners of the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, find a flat back, lengthen it out. Step back, high plank or tabletop, hands and knees. Take a breath in wherever you are. As you exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. It's okay to use your knees. Point your toes, and then 3 times we'll rise up to cobra. And it can be a baby cobra, just working a lot of back strength, or you could press into the hands and lower down. So 3 times, just pressing up to wherever you can go, keeping the pubic bone glued down for this version. Yeah, back strength, flexibility, mobility through the core. One more. And then tuck the toes under. You'll press back up to hands and knees or to plank and downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips and breathe. One more breath. Then walk the feet forward or hop forward on your mat. And lift halfway, inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow forward, let the head drop. Inhale, rise to the top, extended mountain, big reach. And bring the hands together at the heart. We'll do that whole thing again. Inhale, sweep it up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back or high plank. Find a high plank or kneeling plank. Take a breath in there. Feel your strength. Exhale as you lower slowly. And then 3 times press up to cobra. It could be low. Just really staying in the muscles of the back and lower. Inhale, rise. Or it can be a little higher, pressing into the hands. Exhale, you lower. One more time. Inhale. Good for the arm strength. Good back strength. Lower down. Tuck the toes. Press up plank or kneeling plank. And downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Bottom of the next exhale, empty, and then walk your feet forward on your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise to the top, extended mountain, big reach. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then chair pose. So you'll bend your knees like you're sitting back into a chair. You need to weight back into the heels a little bit. Tuck the tailbone slightly and then take the arms up overhead or parallel to the floor, wherever they feel like they want to be today. Nice work. Softening the shoulders. When the shoulders are working, it's the inner shoulder you want to soften. The muscles around the neck. So the shoulder muscles are actually strong and contracting the deltoids, but the inner shoulder, the trapezius muscles, you want a little soft. Good. One more breath. On your exhale, bow forward. Just let it go. Shake out your head. And then halfway lift. And then you'll step your right foot back. So if you need to bring the left foot forward and the right foot back, that's fine. And then set the back knee to the ground. You'll point the toes, and we're just going to go back and forth. So flexing the right foot or left foot, and then bringing it forward, foot to the ground. Yeah, if you want to have blocks under the hands, good idea, Michelle. If you need to pad your back knee, that's fine too. And there's no hurry. Really taking your time. Exploring that range of movement through the hips. Good job. The next time you come forward into your lunge, you're going to stay there and bring the right hand to the mat and then the left arm to the sky. So a little twist. If you want to tuck the back toes under and straighten the right leg, you can, but you don't have to. And bring your left fingertips to your left shoulder. Good, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, see if you can take the elbow forward and down towards the ground. May or may not touch. And then open it back up, turning the heart towards the ceiling or the left wall. Bring it forward and down. And rotate it forward and open one more time. Bring that elbow down. Maybe it touches the ground. And open it back up. Good work. And then set the left hand down and you'll carefully step forward. The right foot comes up. It can be a few steps. Bring your weight into the left foot. Halfway lift. And switch legs. Step the left foot back. Right foot forward. Drop the back knee. And then moving in and out of your half splits. And press forward. Just moving. The foot can stay flat or you can flex the foot. Bring the toes up. There's no one way. Getting to know yourself, listening and feeling into your body today. The next time you come forward, we'll stay there for a twist. You'll plant the left hand. It can be on a block. Open the right arm. The back leg can stay down or tuck the toes and lift that left thigh. And then touch your right fingertips to your right shoulder. Bring the elbow forward and then to the inside of the right knee, down towards the ground. And then forward and open it back up. 3 of those. And then elbow forward and down. Nice job. And then forward and peel it open. One more time. It's moving through the rib cage. The whole body is the body as a whole here. Good. And then bring the right hand down and you'll carefully step forward. Left foot comes up, weight into right foot. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold. Drop your brain. Chair pose. This little series, we're going to begin and end in chair. Hold it for 3. Those are wiggleable. 2. And 1. Stand up, reach up high. Then bring your hands to heart center and arms by your side. Good, and then we'll keep the left foot where it is. And you're going to step the right foot back directly behind the left. So you're all in one line. If you need to hold on to a bar, you can. So you're all in one line or hold a wall. And you want to firm the legs. Pull into the core and then bring your arms to cactus. And bring energy in your hands. Spread the fingers. Standing in a line. And then take a deep breath in. Lift up into the crown of the head. And as you exhale, turn to the left. So twisting the upper body left. And squeeze the legs. Good, Michelle. This is great for the feet and ankles. And the core and balance. And stay for 3. Soften the inner shoulders for 2. Hands active. And 1. And untwist back to center. And then carefully step forward, mountain pose. Good. Let's try the other side. So check out your right foot, spread the toes, right foot stays, left foot steps back, you know, about 2 feet length back, but you're on a tightrope for this one. Firm the lower body, hug muscle to bone in the legs, in the core, pelvis neutral, cactus your arms, spread the fingers. The more energy you have in the hands, more active, the more stable. So we're creating like a tightness, a firmness through the body, a readiness, and then twisting to the right. So what it feels like to turn the muscles on. To create a load by spreading the fingers and hugging muscles to bone, it's creating a load in the body. Muscles all the way from, you got it, Francine, from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Hold 1 more breath.
and untwist and step it back into mountain. A couple shoulder shrugs. You can stay near the bar. We're gonna do a few more balance. And so now you're gonna root through the left foot again. Bring the left hand to the left hip this time, and we'll catch the right knee in the right hand. Like we did laying down on your back. So I want you to imagine that floor behind you like we started. Foot can be active, flexed, or relaxed, up to you. Feel that load through the body, right? Muscle hugging bone. Open the right knee to the right. Stand and breathe. Good, bring it back to center and let the knee go, hands to hips, and do a few circles. Knee up and out. Good job. Set the right foot next to the left. Right hand stays on the right hip. You lift the left knee and catch the foot. Imagine that the floor behind you or a wall behind you, and the body has this muscular like attentiveness. Just like we did in that standing balance. And then open the left leg left. You might flex the foot, which brings more energy in the legs, lower body. Also want to find that place of ease, of endurance, staying, breathing. Focus. Slowly bring the left knee back to center, hands to the hips, and then draw some big circles with that left leg. Just as big as you can, exploring the range of motion in your hip. Good. Good job. And come back to mountain pose, standing attention. Okay, we have one more. Tree. I would like to end the balancing with tree. You're all ready now.
Sure.
Right foot to left leg, and you might just have your big toe at the floor, heel to ankle, or maybe you lift and place the foot a little higher on the leg, or maybe you help it there. And then remembering that, actually, let's cactus arms here, like we did in that standing twist, and bring energy in the hands. And draw the shoulder blades kind of in towards the rib cage and down the back. Lift the heart space. Maybe draw the jawbone back, lean back a tiny bit, taking the gaze upward. Back down into mountain pose, 2 feet on the floor, arms by your side, and try the other side. Root through the right foot, and the left foot will come into tree. You can just lift and place the foot, or help it, or maybe on this side, you have your big toe on the floor. Oh, balance is tricky for me on this side today. And then try cactusing the arms again. Yoga reveals everything to me. Sometimes I just feel off and I don't know
Don't
why.
look at me, that's probably.
No, it's not you. I get on the mat and it's like, oh, my foot's really sore. Didn't know. Whatever. It's not you. You're perfect.
Yeah.
Good. Take another breath. Maybe lean back, look up, challenging your balance. Then returning to mountain pose. Bring your feet to hip width and just take a little twist. The arms just dangle. My head's been cut off this whole time. I don't look at myself much. I look at like, huh. Okay, good. And coming back to center on your mat. So inhale, the arms just float up overhead. Exhale and just swan dive, arms wide, breathe with the heart, folding forward. And then lift halfway, inhale, lengthen and extend the spine long. And then plant the palms and step it back, high plank. Lower down slowly onto the belly.
And then you'll come up into Sphinx pose, coming up onto your forearms. Good. You can move a little bit here, drawing the jawbone back. Good, Francine. Drag the rib cage forward. I like to press the pubic bone down, pull the low belly up, which keeps the lower spine in a more neutral, less back bend. For me, feels better, but it's fine if it's more back bendy for you. Take a couple more breaths here. Lower slowly, slide the hands back underneath the shoulders and press all the way back to child's pose. The big toes to touch, hips to heels. And rise up to tabletop, hands and knees, and bring the knees closer together, and then stretch the right leg back behind you. Both arms straight and strong. Pulling in on those front ribs, so the front floating ribs lift up, belly firm, squeezing the glute on that back leg. And hold. And then take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, curl it in. Bring the knee in towards the nose and push the floor away. Inhale, stretch the leg back. Exhale, curl it in. Push the floor away. One more time. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, curl knee to nose, and then set the foot forward by the right hand or where the right hand is. Good job. Tuck the left toes under, lift up into a lunge. Spin the left foot flat to the floor. Let the left arm lead you up and over to warrior two. Good. Grounded through both feet. Nice job. Straighten the right leg for triangle. So you press the hips to the left, reach to the right, and then let the right hand land. Where it lands, left arm rises up to the sky. That left arm now pull you to stand. Turn your feet to parallel. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift up into the chest and then bow forward, hinging from the top of the thighs. And tip the pelvis forward as you fold in half. Drop your head and hands to the floor. You can shake your head a little bit or turn it or move in any way to help release that neck if it's tight. Lift to a flat back. And from here, you're going to turn the right toes back to the front. Walk your hands around to the right foot. Lift the left heel. So you're in a lunge. Set the left knee down. Bring the right knee back next to the left. Tabletop. Good. Bring the knees close to center. Stretch the left leg back. We'll just hold this. Good. Press evenly through the hands, but you want to get light. So you're really more in the core. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, curl it in. Bring the knee towards the nose or forehead and push the floor away. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, curl it in. One more. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, curl and step forward. I like to bring my foot kind of where my hand was. Tuck the right toes under, lift to lunge. Spin the right foot flat. Let the right arm lead you.
up and over to warrior two. Good. Left knee stays bent for a few moments. Get grounded and rooted through the four corners of your feet. Straighten your left leg and we'll tip into triangle. So you slide it forward and then let the left hand land on the shin or a block or the floor. Right arm rises up. Draw the jawbone back towards the neck. Lengthen the back of your neck. Feel into your strong legs. Strong legs, the connection from the pelvis down through both feet. Feel into both feet. Let that right arm now pull you to stand. Turn your feet to parallel, hands to hips, lift and hinge forward. If you prefer interlacing the hands, shoulder opening, you can do that, or whatever feels good. Or hold on. Yeah, just really teaching your body how to breathe here. So breathing in and out through the nose. Expand completely into the lungs. And also contract completely, get every drop of air out. Release the hands if they aren't already at the floor. Lift to a flat back. Turn your left toes forward, walk it around to that lunge. Set the right knee down. Bring the left knee back to the right and sit back into child's pose. Come on up and you'll make your way to sitting in the middle of your mat. You'll come into a cross-legged, and we're gonna do a little foot massage here. So whichever foot you wanna start with is fine, or we can do both at the same time. So where you're gonna press, you have your ankle bone right here. And so you're gonna go in front of the ankle bone with your finger and then straight down to the arch. So in front of the ankle bone and then straight down. And then there's a spot right there. And you'll kind of explore where the tender spot is there. And if you can, you want to press with your thumb. So you'll find like that tender spot that's just before the fascia of the foot, like the top of the arch. Does that make sense? You kind of feel the spot. And then you're just going to press on it for 60 seconds. And you can do both feet at the same time, or we can do one at a time. You'll find these little spots. Is it tender on either of you? Really tender on me. How about you? No? Let me see if you're in the right spot. Can you feel where it is, Franny?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just in front of the ankle. Down here. Yeah, or here.
I feel it.
There, yeah. No, but it should feel like a tender spot right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Look great. You can press in circles.
Oh, look for that. Yeah.
This is an acupressure point. It's a kidney point, so which is the water of our body and the elimination of our body and helping with moving toxins and stuff through our system. We'll just press in some little circles for just a few more moments. You can use the pad of your thumb or sometimes a knuckle.
nice survey.
Yeah, good.
Should we?
It should be, yeah. It's like kind of that pleasurable pain, you know, there's like you can feel there's a spot, tender spot, and then holding and yeah, feeling it through your whole body. It's the point of the acupressure point. And if you want to explore other spots on your foot, you can just kind of move around, massaging other spots. I like the base of the big toe. Just kind of pressing, moving through the foot. You can go to the heels. There's some spots on either side of the heel that are more hormonal points. And you just look for the spots that have a tenderness, and they'll be in the like a quarter size or pea size, even less, you know, kind of radius. Just giving yourself this little foot massage. You can do the ball of the foot, yeah,
I just wondered if there's a specific spot.
there are, I don't know them all, but yeah, there's some little spots in there for sure, definitely. The whole foot is a map. If you've ever looked at an acupressure or, you know, acupuncture, the foot, the hand and the ear are like the map of the whole body. The arch of the foot sometimes represents the spine.
That's where neuropathy usually starts.
Is it the ball of the foot right there? Yeah, the nerve of the. Be here all day. This feels All right, then stretch the legs out. So you're just gonna do a few ankle circles or movements, wiggle the toes, notice how your feet feel. Okay, good. And then let's come down on the back. So you can bend the knees and make sure there's mat behind you, and slowly or quickly lower it down. Bring your feet to the edges of the mat and just windshield wipe the knees right to left. Easy. You might roll the wrists in some circles or stretch the fingers out as you're moving through the lower body. Just thinking movement as medicine, like lubricating the joints. You can stretch the fingers. Stretch the arms overhead. Take the body through this like full range of movement. Often in our daily life, we're kind of in a limited range. You know, that's why gardening can be so shocking. We're doing something different than the norm. All right, bring the feet back flat to the floor. We'll come into a reclined pigeon. Right ankle over left thigh, flexing the foot, and then pick the left foot up if that's comfortable for you. And you can interlace your hands somewhere on the back of that left leg or front of the shin. Breathe down into the hip. If it feels good to keep moving the ankles, you're welcome to roll the ankles around while you're here. Part of this really amazing webinar this morning on, it was really yoga for athletes, but it talked a lot about the connective tissue and the fascia and the viscosity of our joints. And viscosity is like the lubrication in the joints. And if we have a more sedentary lifestyle, we tend to get a high viscosity in the joint, which is it becomes like honey, thick and sludgy, and the movement gets kind of challenging. But the more we move, and especially with our joints and rotations and range and all that, it lowers the viscosity. It's more watery and more easily like putting like a lubricant in a machine, and it becomes movement has a is much easier, you know. And as we age or get more sedentary or move less, we get a lot, stiffer in the joints. And so part of that is the viscosity, the lubrication. A little movement is always good. A couple more breaths here.
And keep the shape of the legs, set the left foot down to the floor and take the knees to the left, letting the right foot land flat. Or if you want to cross the legs, that's more of a twist, that's fine. Just decide what feels better in your body today. Slowly return to your back, uncross your right ankle, switch sides. So bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh or the other side, and then you can pick the right foot up. You can interlace your hands somewhere on the right leg, or you can cradle the left. And then if you want to add those ankle rolls or movement, if you're feeling really tired today and that's like, oh, I don't want to do that, you don't have to. Add a little rock side to side, or if stillness is what you're craving, just be still. You'll keep the shape of the leg, set the right foot to the floor, take your knees to the right, or if you want to slide the right leg down more for a twist, that's fine too. You decide. Last few moments, like combing through your body with your breath and your awareness, creating this mindful connection. Body of yours is your vehicle through this life that we're living. So really acknowledging and caring for and loving the skin you're in. Slowly rolling back onto your back, uncross your ankles. Take any movement. You can do the windshield wipe, rock side to side, or soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana, just like a couple breaths of finishing up, working out any kinks. And then just stretch yourself out into Shavasana. And if you need to wiggle around, get comfortable, do that. Just allow yourself to relax. Then noticing if it's difficult to relax, just acknowledging whatever's here, nothing to fix or change. You're doing it just right. And bring your awareness back to your breath, and your body. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And as you're ready, bend your knees, roll to a comfortable side. And gently press yourself up to seated. Close your eyes. Touch the palms of your hands together and bring them to your heart. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Take a breath. Have a beautiful day. Stay cool out there. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope your back feels better, Linda.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thanks.